Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're zooming in on a single, literally game-changing month of updates that completely redefined how we interact with Google Gemini. Between April 8th and May 5th of 2026, we witnessed a massive architectural shift that fundamentally changed the whole landscape of artificial intelligence tools. So here's the big question we've got to ask ourselves right now. What happens when an AI stops being just a simple text box and becomes a proactive ecosystem? In today's Explainer, we're going to explore exactly how Gemini evolved from a basic chatbot you visit in a web browser into an intelligent, connected layer deeply woven into your home, your Mac, and your enterprise workflows. Here's our roadmap. We'll start with the timeline of the Gemini Spring evolution, then see how AI gets personal on a global scale. Next, we'll cover the native Mac screen sharing, the highly anticipated end of copy-paste, scaling up to enterprise agents and smart homes, and finally, summarize the new AI ecosystem. Let's move right into it. Section 1. The Gemini Spring Evolution, a month of unprecedented acceleration. Just take a second to look at the sheer density of technical leaps made between April 8th and May 5th, 2026. Within just a few weeks, we saw the launch of a native Mac app, massive upgrades to deep research and home devices, the global expansion of personal intelligence, and then native file synthesis. It's like watching a giant puzzle finally snap together, moving from isolated tools to a fully integrated ecosystem. And anchoring this whole crazy period was the 10th edition of Gemini Drops. This update quietly flipped the switch, turning Gemini from a standard generative tool into an absolute powerhouse of a strategy and creative engine. It wasn't just about making the underlying model smarter anymore, it was about making it universally accessible across every device you own. Which brings us to Section 2. AI gets personal globally. Cross-app reasoning with your data. Okay, so there is a massive friction-to-flow contrast between the old way of prompting and this new cross-app reasoning. Think about standard AI search. It's full of friction. You have to start from scratch every single time, and it relies only on generic web data. But with personal intelligence, the flow changes entirely. It actually cross-references your Gmail and your photos, it anticipates your needs based on your Google Calendar, and it builds on past context. You aren't just prompting a blank slate anymore. You're collaborating with an assistant that actually has the background info. Let's break down exactly what this global expansion means. Because Gemini securely connects to your apps, it can finally design an image of your actual family using the Nano Banana image model, or summarize your boss's email without any manual uploading on your part. It pulls directly from labeled subjects in Google Photos. And notice the rollout here. This is going global to Pro and Ultra subscribers, though quick side note that currently excludes the EA and UK. Crucially though, this is an opt-in privacy feature. Google explicitly states they do not train their foundational models on your private data. Huge win for peace of mind. The Google blog really hit the nail on the head when they said the best assistants don't just know the world, they know you. Having an AI that actually understands your personal context is a total game changer. It perfectly bridges the gap between raw, generalized computing power and actual, personalized daily utility. Pushing out from your personal data, we enter Section 3, Native Mac Screen Sharing, integrating with your desktop workflow. Mac users, listen up, because this is where things get incredibly efficient. Option plus space. That's it. You hit those keys and the native macOS Gemini app pops up instantly alongside whatever desktop application you are working in. Finally, an end to the nightmare of drowning in 20 open browser tabs just to ask a quick question. This simple shortcut represents true desktop sovereignty. And this unlocks a totally seamless live screen sharing capability in 3 easy steps. You press the shortcut, you click the screen share icon, and you literally let Gemini see your active window. So instead of typing out some long, frustrating description of an error code or a spreadsheet formatting issue, Gemini just sees what you see and provides real-time contextual guidance to help you troubleshoot right then and there. And that workflow speedup continues right into Section 4, the end of copy-paste, the May 4th native files synthesis update. We all know the headache. For years, generating text meant copying it, opening a new application, pasting it, and meticulously fixing the broken formatting. Well, as of May 4th, native export formats are fully supported. Need a polished PDF? A Microsoft Word docx, an Excel XLS file for a complex budget, or maybe just a standard RTF or CSV? Gemini synthesizes and creates it directly inside the chat interface. As the release notes proudly state, export your budget proposal to a Microsoft Excel file without ever leaving the Gemini app. This is an absolutely massive leap for productivity, proving Gemini has transitioned from a simple conversational chatbot into a proactive document creator. You go from raw idea to a finalized, formatted, downloadable asset in a single step. On to Section 5, Enterprise Agents and Smart Homes. Scaling up and scaling home. So the crucial point on the professional side is Deep Research Max. Powered by the Gemini 3.1 Pro model, this isn't just an advanced search bar. For enterprise professionals, this agent executes long-horizon, multi-step research workflows completely autonomously. With a single API call, developers can trigger workflows that seamlessly blend the open web with their own proprietary data streams, delivering fully cited professional-grade analyses without needing constant human prompting. Meanwhile, back in your living room, voice interactions evolved dramatically on April 21st. We saw incredible improvements to intent accuracy and continuous conversational flow on Google Home devices. With continued conversation, there's no longer a need to endlessly repeat the wake word for follow-up questions. Conversational context means the AI remembers the thread of your discussion, and smarter side talk detection, that means the system can actually distinguish between you giving an AI command and you just chatting with your family in the background. Let's bring all these concentric circles together in Section 6, the new AI ecosystem, operating a strategic engine. The core takeaway from this entire month is clear. Gemini is no longer just a tool you visit, it is an intelligent layer woven into the tools you already use. Between April 8th and May 5th, Gemini successfully bridged the gap between your phone, your Mac, your enterprise office, and your smart home. So as you look at how deeply connected these tools have become, from global personal intelligence right down to native file synthesis and screen sharing, you really have to look at your own workflow. Think about how you can leverage these deeply integrated systems to save time, eliminate friction, and just work smarter today. I want to leave you with one final question to reflect on. Are you still just prompting a chatbot, or are you ready to operate a full creative and strategic engine? If this explainer helped you wrap your head around this massive shift in the Gemini ecosystem, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel so we can keep you ahead of the curve. Thanks for joining me today, and keep exploring.